and I'm not. And when you click it, it takes us to the YouTube channel. This is really weird, right? I mean, I know how to do this. At the very least, I know how to do this. Having issues?
We're good. It's live.
Wait, it went live? Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now we're live. Whoa. Hi. Now we're live. What a delay. StreamYard / YouTube was on like a 2.5 minute delay. Wait, is it delayed? Like, does it show the first 2 minutes of the video?
I don't know.
Hold on. It does. Okay, really weird, you guys. Anyways, welcome in. Now we're here. 35 people already joining us. So let me get back to what I was saying. It's been like 6 months since we've been live, or since I've been on my YouTube channel live, all the way back over the summer, I would imagine. I'd have to click on my channel and figure that out. But most of you that are here probably know the guy to my other side. Tim is here with us tonight.
Hey, everyone.
On a Tuesday. And Tuesday is a little known fact, the most viewed day by minutes on YouTube. And Friday is the least amount of viewed videos on YouTube by minutes and hours. It looks like we were live 5 months ago. I just looked it up. So pretty interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll have to go live more. We can see you now. Thank you. So yeah, apparently we thought we were live. We are not, or we were not live, but we are now. So must have had another Tyson Paul fight going on and delaying. Yeah, that was a Netflix fail, no doubt about it. Yeah, but we wanted to come on just as our first show of 2025, talk about eBay and reselling and entrepreneurship, business, everything, as we have a new year. And it's crazy to think all the stuff we talked about in 24 and over the summer and fall and fourth quarter sales and everything is over. We're already in a new year. Like year after year after year just keeps flying. Am I the only one, right? I don't know. But yeah, so I want to find out where everybody's at with their store, with their business, with selling, with platforms, with eBay, specifically. I want to find out, did people grow stores over this last year? How many active do you have? How have sales been? Were they up from summer? Were they good fourth quarter? Some people had some bomb fourth quarter. Some people had some really bad ones compared to last year. Mine was not good. I looked up my entire year, month over month over month. My best 2 months were actually April and September.
It's weird. Usually it slows down then.
Yeah, like April is the start of getting into like spring, summer slowdown. May is usually really slow for me. April's okay, but April was my second best month. September was my best month. October was close. November, December were crappy, like not good. Great November and December. So that, I don't know. And I just talked to a neighbor of mine. I was just with him a minute ago. His December was like 25% less than last year. He told me his numbers from last year and this year. It was drastically. To give you an idea, last year he does big sales. He did $690,000 last year. He did $540 this year. So $140,000 less on 60,000 some odd. 20% would be 120. So he's over 20% less.
Still big numbers.
Yeah, it's big numbers, but I don't know that it was enough. Hey, Thomas. Hey, everybody that's in the chat. Amazon's consistent, eBay dead. So yeah, I mean, I know the other platforms were dead. Let me ask this. Here's a better question. How has everybody's consistency and like habits been? Like listing habits, growing the size of the store, active listings. Be honest with us. Bear Kitty's best 2 months were March and October. So weird. Mine were April and September. Like how has everybody really been putting in the effort towards the store? Has everybody been putting in like the normal amount of work that you would have put in last year or even in the earlier months? Like, has it been like a lack of effort? And I'm just honest, like being honest, I don't care, but I'm just trying to see, is it a work ethic? Is it a eBay platform issue? Is it like, what exactly do you guys contribute some of that to? The economy for sure. I think the election, look, we had how many months of like people going crazy, not knowing what was going to happen one way or the other, right? People afraid to spend money because they're like, I don't know, the end of the world. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know. Tim maybe can chime in. He's in the Northeast. It's a little different up there, I think.
I mean, I sell on Amazon too. I'm not as active as I used to be on Amazon, but I mean, sales are okay. I mean, I have a lot of other brands that I own and operate, and it was a weird year. Like I sold things that I didn't expect to sell. Like I have Christmas items that are still selling. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. The election, the economy, probably everything. Yeah, I mean, Bear Kitty, horrible because of your accountability. I know a lot of people were really, and I don't know why this was, but like an end of the year funk. Like people were concerned over the election, concerned with the economy, money, Christmas spending, like where they were going to get Christmas money for. It just put people into like a not a spending kind of mood. Like people were very, very cautious about when to spend money. And when they did spend money, they were super picky. And we've seen that not just in like eBay sales, but all different types of things. Like, Tony, my neighbor, had companies that bought certain items that he sold. I won't say the items, but they bought gifts for like employees, and they had like 50 employees. And every year they bought like 50 of these items for the employees. They didn't buy them this year. They bought like 6 for their management. That was it. And so people definitely being more selective on where the money's going when it's not a necessity. Frugal spending, splurge spending, all that sort of stuff. So what did David say? You're welcome, beautiful music listener. eBay sales down 25%, revenue down 37%. Add another platform last year, which gave me an overall 4% increase in sales and 7% increase in revenue. What was the other platform? I'll type that. What was the other platform?
I started selling on Mercari last year, which I've never done before. And I had a couple hundred sales on Mercari last year, which was shocking. I didn't think I would sell anything. I tried it.
Yeah,
and I still get daily sales on Mercari. I think on Monday, I had 4 items to ship from Mercari.
Yeah, I mean, considering their fee debacle where they went, that flip-flopped on the fee.
Today.
Yeah, it officially changed today. Yeah, it did change back today. So when they flip-flopped on that,
we'll see how things go over the next couple of weeks.
I think it should go better now. I think they should have never went the other route. That's just me, but not checking us has to pick up some. Does it have to be picked up? Christina's in the chat. Inconsistent during fourth quarter because of a move. First week of this year has been great, focused. I mean, yeah, it's definitely the focus and putting in the work. My sales have been crap the last 2 weeks, and I know it's because of Christmas and New Year's. I have done almost no work. I mean, Christmas was 13 days ago. 14 days ago was Christmas Eve on a Tuesday, and even the week before that. So it's been 3 weeks of barely putting any effort in.
Weird year. Landed in the middle of the week.
I know, it really was.
Brought a funk, and then by the time the next week started, it was New Year's. Like, who wanted to?
We were all like, wake up Monday, don't work the weekend. Wake up Monday, it's Christmas Eve, Tuesday, no one's doing anything. And then it's the weekend again, and then you wake up and it's like New Year's Eve, not doing anything. And all of a sudden you realize it's been 2 weeks, you haven't done any hard work. So, people wake up in January and got to get the grind in. Like, you got to just start hustling, like working hard. And it's tough because you went so long over the holidays, like, oh, I don't want to do anything, but it's terrible. And if a lot of people use services and they use other people, and a lot of those took off. Like, a lot of people took off for Christmas, their services, or they gave them off. I've seen it. I get these emails every day. It's crazy how many emails I get. I really, really do. Like, people are like, have you noticed the sales are down? I stopped using my listing service. I stopped doing this. I stopped doing that. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, no one's putting in the effort in the end of December. So I guess that's what happens. So Illini Picker says, yeah, I mean, that's always been a struggle for a lot of people that I've talked to. When one platform starts outdoing another platform, you forget about the second platform. You go all in on that one because you're like, this is what's making me money. I need to keep going. It's tough. I get it, right? Yeah, given what you sell, Christina, it's amazing the difference in sales after Christmas. Very interesting. Christina sells Christmas-type items. I won't say what they are unless she wants to in the chat, but how are your sales after Christmas compared to before Christmas? Do people expect like a discount on your items because of Christmas? I don't know. And yeah, I mean, there she is. She says January should be better than holiday numbers. So that's pretty crazy that there's some people that will do much better. There are people with gift cards right now. Tax money should start coming in February. People are waiting for 1099, so you won't see a lot of tax money right now. But February, March, tax money like crazy. Hopefully people get a lot of that tax money back. I'd love a tax return, but I don't get one, unfortunately. That doesn't happen. I haven't had a tax return in 10 years, 12 years. I don't know. I don't discount them much, about 10%. That's not bad. That's not bad, Christina. So the other thing that a lot of people can take note of, and something to just, I know a lot of you here in the chat probably already do it, but if you need help to get through the listings, if it's kind of like a consistency thing for you, or like, that daily listing getting done, you have a death pile. Somebody just mentioned a death pile. You can always hit up Tim or me and let us know that you need help with the listings, and we're happy to make listings for you. Tim put up a sale, or authorized me to put up a sale just the other day over the weekend, that we put out till Friday, this Friday, which is, what day is Friday? The 10th? The 10th, till Friday night. If you want to take advantage of it, it's 20% off on the website. Tim, you can type, will it let you type the website into the chat? You can have Tim and the team make the listings for you, and that'll get you on that consistency, kind of gravy train. It did not let you. I'll put it. Let me see that. Lister.com. There's the website, and then what's that code, Tim? Give me that.
I think it's New Year's 2025.
Is there an S in that? New Year or New Year's? I think it's New Year's with an S.
I don't think it is. No, it might be. I don't know my own code.
Yes.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking.
Where's it at?
New Year's 2025.
It is an S, yeah. Okay, I just found it.
How many pallets? What do you got?
Yeah, it depends on what the pallets are. We should have a 30% discount soon. Yeah, for us or for you guys? You guys could do 30% sales. We can't do 30. We're giving 20% off, which is really the lowest price we can even pass along to everyone. It's a fantastic price. Very slim for us. Yeah, so the coupon code is New Year's 2025. It doesn't matter if it's capital. And then you just use the website, and the team will get started on listings. Remember, you can just drop the photos in, and they'll take care of it. You can use mobile app or the website and get you set up on both. I know a lot of you already use it, and I think a lot of people in the chat can probably tell some folks if they have questions in the chat about it. Also, if you choose to send the inventory in, you can just email Tim directly. It's EcommerceListers.
If you email me directly, I can just send you a link to checkout.
Yeah.
Already applied, or if you pay Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, friends and family, we do an additional 5% off.
Yeah, the coupon code on the website, you just wait till you get, pick how many listings you want, and then it'll go to the checkout page, and then you'll have a spot to input the coupon code in the checkout page, which is New Year's 2025. So some of the expenses online I Picker just came up with it. The shipping fees are not going to go down. We already know they're going up on January 29th anyways, or 21st or whatever it is. I'll do a video about it. So we can't really do anything about that. The eBay fees aren't going to move. Promoted listings, I see a lot of people don't realize when you set promoteds, eBay defaults it sometimes to that 11% or 13% suggested. Pay attention to that. Make sure your fees aren't super, because if you do that, you're giving away 26%. That's stupid. Outside of that, packaging material, bubble mailers, really can't. The price is what it is. So the cost of goods is where you're going to make the money. You got to get stuff cheap enough. That's the only thing you can really kind of determine is how much you're going to pay for stuff. So USPS is closed on Thursday. It is indeed. Hey, Erica, what's up? Random Garage. Hey, yo, what up? She is in Georgia. Georgia in the house. Erica here. What's up, Erica? Yeah, so make sure you do check out the website before you head out, or if you do head out, go drop by and consider using that code, New Year's 2025. It is 20% off all the way through Friday, and Tim might throw in some free listings for some folks too. So
you do get 10 free listings, no matter how many you buy.
10 free listings, so free. Who doesn't like free, right? 10 free listings. Let me put all this in the chat. 10 free listings. Listings, can't spell. 20% off. Coupon code. New Year's 2025. Yeah. So the consistency, I think, is what kills a lot of people. I had a lady I was talking to, I think a couple days after Christmas, where she went the entire month of November posting 5 items every single day, and her sales exploded. And she messaged me at I don't know, the 28th or 29th, whatever it was. And she's like, I stopped really listing in December and I slacked off and all the way, and my sales just tumbled. I'm like, it's eBay's algorithm. That's just you went a whole, she's like, I went a whole month and they don't just give me credit for it. I'm like, yeah, they gave you credit for it all of November. I'm like, now it's December and you're not listing anymore. You don't get credit anymore. It's just a constant feed the beast. It's crazy. So staying consistent, it wins. I've seen people go from $1,000 a month to $5,000 a month just listing 5-10 items a day. So What? Big Tech from Philly? What's up? Heartsack Jack. What a name. What a name in the chat that name is. What does that say? Hang on, give me a second. I'm reading the chat. Let me catch up, guys. Just offer a coupon, and the coupon covers all the items the buyer wants, i.e. 15% across the board. It's totally up to you. I usually do 15% sales. I'll do 20% when I'm trying to move stuff out. So, yeah, 15 to 20% is usually
I wouldn't do a coupon on eBay. I would just do a sale, like a markdown.
Yeah, I do markdown sales. That's a great point. Yeah, so the coupon code, excuse me, I knew I had to cough. Here's the thing with the coupon code, and you'll notice that it says coupon code or like 15% off or whatever to the customer, but it doesn't show them that price. It shows, let's say the item's $50 and you're doing 20% off, right? It doesn't show the $40 until they go to the next screen where the coupon code is dropped in. On the markdown sale, when they're in the impression screen, which is the search screen when you search for an item and you see all the items, it actually shows the item at $40. It shows it crossed out and it's at 40. So they see that price mentally right away. Also, from what my research tells me, that drops into the search bar as $40 if you price it or sort it by pricing low first, high next. The $50 will fall in where the 50 would fall because it hasn't applied the $10 coupon code yet. So the search engine thinks that your item falls down here rather than lower because it's not showing it at $40 yet. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I prefer the markdown sale as well. A lot of people do. When I do store reviews, anybody that runs coupon codes, I can see their average like kind of sales. And obviously people's items are different, but everybody that does markdown sales, their markdown sales generally produce more revenue in sales than the coupon code people. So I always recommend it. Like I see that, as much as possible. And the markdown sales for me, that is the other thing. And Ashley says it. I like to do Friday through Monday. I like to do weekend ones, and I like to do weekday ones, like Monday through Friday. And that's because it's short-term buyer mentality. If you ever watched a car commercial, Sunday, 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 this weekend only, they do that for a reason. It's to get you to come in. It's to get a sense of urgency to draw you in. So that's just my thought. Some people run it. eBay's default is 30 days. So if you run a sale and you don't change it, it's going to run it for 30 consecutive days. And when a buyer clicks on it, it'll say 12 days left, 18 days left. And they're like, oh, I'll come back and get it this weekend. I'll come back next week. And they forget, and they never come back. Or they found someone else. Yeah, so that's just what I do. And it seems to work. I have tested running long sales. In fact, I have a long sale running right now. I did it on accident. And it is like not selling anything. It's not producing. I'm about to end it and rerun it. So anyhow, that's one of my tips. But how the listing works, what do I have to do on my end? Clive Smith. So all you have to do is take photos and you will drop it into either the website or the mobile app. You can do it on either. And there is a special opening questionnaire when you join that you can give the information like your handling time, your return policy, things like that. And the team will fill all that in. The only thing that they don't do is the pricing for you. So they'll save it as a draft and you'll price it and make it live. And that's pretty much it. Jerry, no minimum. Jerry, no minimum. No minimum. Go get them. No, Tatiana. Hi from Austin. You must have a store. You must have a store to run a markdown sale. Unfortunately, you can get the $4.95 store, the starter store. You won't get as many perks, but you can do that and run a sale. Big Tech, you have been here a long time since I did thrifting videos. Thrifting was so time consuming for me to not get enough inventory. There was so much competition in Florida. The stores here have crazy high prices now. They just kept going up, 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 up. And the inventory quality went down, 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 down. So yeah, thrifting here just doesn't make sense. You can do it. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers go out and make it look like that's what they do all day long. It's not what they do. They go out and do it for video content, and then they make it appear that way. And then their actual inventory comes from other sources, or they don't really resell at all. Now there are some people that live off of I guess, thrifting, but they don't require a full-time income, or it's part-time hobby, or their thrifting income reselling is just a piece, just a small part. So yeah. When do you kick out watchers from a sell similar? I don't know what that means. When you sell similar, it uses it uses a different number. It should use a different item number, and you should get rid of the watchers. If you have a lot of watchers, you want to relist because it keeps the item number and keeps those watchers on. That's what we've always tested and seen. So you wouldn't want to kick out when you do sell similar. It's going to automatically kick those people out. It should, in theory, kick out the watchers. So usually between 20 and 30. A lot of my watchers are other sellers. Yeah, I mean that happens. So I do sell similar and relist every day. I end like 10 items and I go in and sell similar and relist them. I always work on the oldest items and then I work on my highest price items because I'm trying to move those. So I'm trying to get those some attention so that I sell the high priced items or I sell the oldest items. Old items, if eBay can see items in your store that were listed in like 2020, 2021, it absolutely drags the store down. I've confirmed that with the employees, confirmed it with testing, confirmed it with all sorts of stuff. So go back to your store and look at the old stuff. You can actually search by active and you'll just click active listings. I should share my screen. And then over on the top side is a customize table button. If you hit the customize button, make sure that the selection is called timing and it has a start date. You can check that box and it'll show the start date. And then when you come back to the active screen, you just scroll to the far right and it'll show you the starting date. Like today, January 7th, 2025 at noon, we listed some stuff. So that's a good way to see your oldest items. And then you can sort by that column and then just in the oldest items, adjust the price down, add in some item specifics, change the title around, do everything you can for that item. And if you do 10 a day, you'll start seeing them move. Trust me, I have had so many people do it and their items start moving, like definitely. Ashley has 9,000 items, just so you guys have a, yeah. So listings, you can see, it depends on how many you buy, beautiful music. If you go to the website, EcommerceListers.com, you can see all the pricing. And of course, it's 20% off through Friday. EcommerceListers.com will give you all the pricing per listing. So it ranges anywhere like in the $1.20 to $1.40, $1.50 range, depending on how many you buy and the sale price that you get. So yeah. Just try not to end and sell similars on items you have offers. Right. So items that you have offers out to people or that you have a lot of watchers on, you don't want to mess with. Let that kind of ride free. But other than that, the old stuff with no views, no traction, start ending it, selling similar, adjusting the prices. If it still doesn't move, then you know it's probably a bad item. Get rid of it. Either lot it up if it's items that you can lot together. Like if you have DVDs that aren't selling, you can just build a lot of DVDs and sell it, or get rid of them, just donate them. It's dragging your store down for sure. But the ultimate way to get more traction is obviously list more items every day. So definitely consider, if you're somebody who's slacking, somebody who is slow at it, somebody who just wants to grow, you want to do 20 a day and have somebody else do 20 a day, we're happy to help. For sure, you can get 10, 15, 20 a day to us. Tim can arrange to make sure they're all done. Like, you can set that up.
We do it every day for sellers. The minimum we have to make, and we get it done every day for them.
Yep. We have quite a few clients that do nonstop. Do y'all buy estates? I have 4 generations of stuff I can't deal with. Thou, 4 generations. So I don't buy estate sales. I used to do garage sale buyouts. I'd buy the whole garage sale actually. And I used to buy auctions. So I would go to live auctions and I'd buy like 10 or 15 live auction items, which wasn't a whole lot. But at the end of the night, they would put everything that didn't sell on pallets, and they'd have like 10 pallets, and they would go $50 a pallet. Who wants them? And I'd run up and I'd go, I'll take all 8 of those, like $400. Doop. And I drove a Hummer and I'd fill that thing to like the brim. I'd stuff the Hummer to where we couldn't get the doors shut. It's crazy. If you have that much stuff, the best thing to do is kind of not get overwhelmed. Tackle it one thing at a time. You certainly can get us to help you with the listings. You can ship stuff into us if you need to get the room. If you think you want to send boxes, you can start with 1 box, right? 2 boxes and send it all in. If that's something you're interested in, Val, email us. Shoot us an email and we can, get you some more information about it. EcommerceListers@gmail.com. The other thing you can do is start selling stuff locally. You can have a garage sale. You can do bulk listings. I'm happy to help you with that as well. You can just create lots and put them on Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of options to get through, somebody that's got 4 generations of stuff. Like, I don't know what kind of stuff it is, but that sounds overwhelming to me.
That's a lot.
It sounds like a lot. Imagine. I mean, I know what 1 generation in an estate sale looks like 1 grandpa, right? Or 1 dad or whatever. And now you're talking about 4. Whew. it just, they could be hoarders. They could be collectors who all mom, dad, grandma, whatever. Oh my God, that makes me anxious just listening to that. Bear Kitty can list 9.95 million items. I believe mine says 1 billion, if I'm not mistaken. I think my limit. They used to have that little thing that says 1 billion, right? Is that what it says?
No, I can't even imagine 10 million.
No, I remember the guy, the Asian guy from like from Hong Kong, that he did the car or the cell phone chargers and all the accessories, and he had like 4 accounts that all had 1 million feedback or more. And at one point, one of his accounts had like 13 million listings. I was like, what? What does eBay charge you to have 13 million listings? Is there like an account for that? Hold on. I could tell you his name. All you got to do is look up eBay accounts with 1 million plus feedback. His name was like Jack Shang or something. Here it is. Got it. November 13th, 2008. Jack Shang, 33 years old, owned company in Los Angeles called E4 City. I bought from him, actually. He started the business in 2000, and he has 4 separate eBay accounts, each with 1 million feedback or more. No one else had even come close. 200 employees working out of a warehouse in California. At the time, the number 2 feedback holder on eBay was a DVD CD store with 754,000. Now, there's plenty of stores. I mean, that's 17 years ago. But at the time, that was huge, and that's what he did. That's just all that he did. So yeah, except for designer bags. Yeah, I don't put eBay in God mode. It's 10 million, but I have 5,000 listed. Yeah, I mean 5,000 is probably the most I've ever had in one point on eBay. I can remember having like 51, 5,200. I've never had 10,000 listings, and I do reviews for people that do have 10,000. I know people right now that have Ed, a client of ours, Ed, probably had what, like 11, 12,000 listed, 13,000. He was up there pretty high. There were people that had, I think the one I did had 15,000 listings. I think our friend Colleen has like 6,000 or 7,000. I see a lot of 5,000 listing stores. Megan Mawhinney used to be around 7,000. Shop the Sandcastle. At one time, Katie and Vicky combined had like 10,000 listings. I think one had 7 and one had 3. So yeah, there's a lot of big stores. Having 4,000 listings is a lot, and I've never hit it. I've hit it on that store. On the other one, I never did. But 5,000.
I have about 3,000 to 4,000 usually.
I have close to 4,000 now. Is what I'm at now. But it's been a long time since I've had that number. Oh, Ed is in the chat. Look at that. He's close to 9,500. Yeah, at the highest he was at 12,500. That's what I thought. I knew he was over 12,000. Yeah. Jeremy, that's a great question. Listing 5 to 10 a day. So 5 listings a day is going to get the algorithm at least doing something. 10 is better for sure. And it depends on what you sell. It depends if you're volume or a high dollar seller. If you're selling $300 car parts, it might not be as big of a deal for 5. But the more you can list, the better. And if you can do 10 a day, that's fantastic. If you think about 10 a day, 5 days a week, that's 250 items a month. That's 3,000 items a year. That's solid. No one's going to argue with that. And depending on what you're selling and your sell-through rates, you should do very well. And 10 a day, people always ask, how long does it take 10 a day? And Tim's probably sees this in action more than I do on a daily basis. I've done it all my life. But really an hour and a half tops, like max, depending on what you're selling, I guess.
Depends. You're talking with photos, without photos.
Right, start to finish. People always say start to finish. So if you're doing clothing, how long, if it takes you 6 minutes, you're doing 10 an hour. Even if it takes you 10 minutes, you're doing 6 an hour. So you should be able to do 10 items in an hour and 15 or less, hour and 30 times. And that's photos and measurements. Because I always say to take photos of clothing with measurements, it's definitely going to take 3 or 4 minutes if you have a setup. Mm-hmm. You can do it 3 or 4 minutes. To make a listing, 3 or 4 minutes. That's 6 minutes. I'll give you 8 minutes, and you're still getting done, 8 items an hour. 8 and 8 is 64, so pretty close. 7, 8 items an hour are pretty good. Ashley Sims has 2,000 postcards. That's pretty crazy because I have like 1,500 postcards, and we still sell. We haven't been listing postcards in forever. We've been working on other stuff, and I still sell like 2 or 3 a day. I can tell you the guy with 30. You guys can go to Popeye's postcards. At one point, he was selling.
Wild.
Huh?
He's wild. His YouTube videos are wild.
Oh, Popeye's? Yeah.
Oh, he's crazy. He sells so much.
Yeah, he sells a lot. And I think he had, when he advertised one time, he had, gosh, I want to say that guy had 33,000 listings at one time, which was pretty bonkers. He's got a lot of plain ones up, Tim.
Jack, I have a bunch of airline postcards if you're interested.
Yeah.
If you want to email EcommerceListers@gmail.com, I'll send you the info for the
Tim's gonna
airline postcards.
Tim's going to cringe at this, but I bought 500 postcards today.
I have the airline ones. You want them?
I might. I should buy them from you. I bought 500 today that were 100 or 150 from China that have all kinds of Chinese touristy old school stuff. It's super cool. And then the other 300 and change were from all over the world. I paid 10 cents a piece, which is really the most I generally pay for them. So I paid $50, but it was so worth it. If Jack wants the airplane ones, buy them. Yeah, go ahead. I'm fine with that. That's fine. If Jack wants them, for sure.
1,200 airline postcards. A lot of like Lufthansa.
Yeah,
and their subsidiaries. Email me, EcommerceListers@gmail.com. I'll send you over the.
So currently, Popeye has his postcards at 33,007. He's almost at 34,000 postcards. Okay, he's got a boatload of planes. He must have just listed a bunch of plane ones, like airplanes, because there's a whole bunch of airplanes up, which is crazy.
I mean, they sell. I mean, I listed some. They sell. I just don't. I just don't have time.
I know. Currently, he's averaging.
The fulfillment center takes a lot of my time.
Yeah. Currently, he's averaging. Now, Popeye posts puts it at the top of the mark where he sells stuff. But he's currently selling, and this is a low sell-through rate because I feel like he should be selling at least 3 to 4 per thousand. So he's got 34 times, say, 3 per thousand. He should be selling 100 a day, and his solds only show like 20 a day. That seems really low, and I don't know why.
You said 200 a day?
No, 100 a day is what he should be selling. If he's selling 3 per thousand, and he's got 34,000, 34 times 3 is 100-ish. Even if he sold half of that, would be 50, and he's only at 20 a day.
Wow.
It seems really low. So he's top rated plus, so free shipping, free returns. He's got best offer, free everything. And I mean, he's priced fair-ish, like for what they should be. There's not a lot of room, but he's got a lot of planes. I wonder if he's got a lot of old ones that are just not planes, but just old. He must have just listed a lot of planes because I just went 12 pages back and it's still planes. That's crazy. Yeah. I just feel like Popeye should be selling a lot more than what he does.
Maybe selling on other platforms too.
He is. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I think direct. He might sell direct to a lot of these people too because they get a hold of him once and then he sells direct.
Or if he has quantity listed.
He does. So 9 available of this one. Yeah. So his actual 34,000 postcards are more like some ridiculous, 60,000, 70,000. I just looked. Yeah. Postcards under $20, free shipping, upgraded shipping available. Postcards over $20, Monday through Friday. Yeah, so he doesn't really have anything.
He does Whatnot.
Yeah, Whatnot. That's right. Yeah, that's where he's selling. Yeah, so he's huge on Whatnot. Yeah, so he's cut back on the eBay selling as much as he's doing Whatnot now. So can't hardly afford to buy from him on there. Right, because Whatnot charges ridiculous shipping. They don't have the eBay standard card shipping for 69 cents. And that's the only reason I'm able to sell them at, whatever price. Even, $3 or $4 on eBay, you're losing $1 in fees and shipping, $1.25. So at $4, you're making $2.75. Like you got to sell a lot. That's why I'm kind of like weirded that he only sells 20, but Whatnot makes more sense now. So if he does 20 a day on eBay at $3 a piece, 60, he's only doing $2 or $3 grand a month on eBay, but he might be doing double that on Whatnot.
Wow, $1,000 sale. That's good. Those always hit good.
Cattle branding book from 1901.
Wow.
Whatnot offers first class shipping, but they don't offer eBay standard 69-cent card shipping. That's the difference. That's where you get out, Pat Doodles. Excuse me, Jesus. Yeah, so you can see, I don't know Popeye's listing habits. He doesn't use us, but I mean, 34,000 listings plus quantity that's just crazy talk to me. You got to be consistent. I mean, that's the only way it's going to work in 2025. Consistent every day. If you treat it like a business, you'll be, rewarded like a business. I'll be a first skeptic of my neighbor Tony, who had a down month in December. I feel like he could have sold a whole lot more, but and Tim will contest to this. Tony was always out doing a lot of other stuff, like always out and not really focused on. He really is distracted. The guy's distracted a lot, and he has a lot of inventory that he could have been selling on eBay too, to make up. He could have done 20,000-30,000 in a month on eBay with all the stuff he has, and made up that hump, that loss. So I don't know. He has nothing. Oh, he also has a store with nothing but airplane cards. Yeah, Popeye looks like. Oh, they have the 73-cent shipping on postcards. It should be 69 cents, but. Oh, he's selling lots on Whatnot. I'll have to check his Whatnot show. That's interesting. I'll have to check in on that. But, I don't sell on Whatnot. I guess I could, but the time to go live and sell individually.
I tried it. I just wasn't for me.
It takes an audience. And Whatnot's had a lot of shady dealings lately, which don't make me too thrilled about them in the first place. So I did one show, and I probably will never do another one again. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Although I know you can turn over inventory very, very quickly. I would be curious what the live show is if you sell a postcard for $1, because you can do $1 start on Whatnot, or even $2, right? If you sold it, what would the net be in pocket if it is 73-cent shipping and Whatnot's fees? I wonder what the net would be on that. But is there really a lot of people on Whatnot looking for postcards? Like, really? That sounds odd. Yeah, not. Oh, so he's just selling big lots. He's not selling. Yeah, I don't imagine anyone's individually looking. He's selling to other sellers that want lots of postcards. That's what he's doing. I don't know. Anyway, so it's it's interesting how a lot of people handle their business and how they plan to move forward and the new year and get listings up and grow stores. And some people go with the volume and the big things, and some people go with the turnover and whatnot. His shows run for hours, dude. Wow. I'm glad he can do that. I can't. Net if it's sold for $1 would be less than 50 cents. It's better to sell at a starting price of $2. You'll walk away with more. Yeah. Erica just chimed in. Thanks about that, Erica. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. It's probably around 50 cents for a net. That's crazy. See, if you sell something for $1, well, you can't sell anything for $1 on eBay, but if you sell it for $2 on eBay, 0.1235 plus 0.3 plus 0.69. If you sell something for $2 on eBay, you're going to get like 80 cents. So really, you're trying for $3, so you can get like $1.80, $2. I mean, I know his cost of goods. He's told me before, same as mine. It's 10 cents or less, 5 to 10 cents per card. So if he sells it for, makes a $2 net, he makes $1.95. That's why you got to sell 100 a day. That's the problem. I can't believe there's so many people in here selling postcards. That's interesting.
Yeah, it surprises me.
I didn't know I had people other than Popeye who ever watched my channel that sold postcards. But there's one guy I know on eBay that does watch my channel once in a while. He only sells postcards for $20 or more. He hunts them down, like RCCPs and all the other stuff. He's always looking for that stuff. He doesn't have a huge store. It's only got like 1,000 listings, but everything is $20 or more. He does pretty well. So interesting little topic there. There's still people selling books on eBay for nothing with free shipping. This is the most I've ever talked about postcards. Same, Erica, same. Anyhow, moving along with that. Yeah, I mean, so that's just one example of somebody who does volume. There's trading card people who are doing volume now. I watched a guy who used to do high-end cards who's now transitioned into $10 to $20 cards. He doesn't like the returns on the high stuff, the authentication. He'd rather just buy cards from collections for like 50 cents and a quarter and then sell them for $10. $15, and he just lists them so quickly because we have scanners that you can just scan. He's not worried about a $10 card getting returned or lost or damaged. It's $10. It sucks, but it's not. He used to sell $300 cards, $500 cards, $1,000 cards, and he said the problems were so bad. Val King has tens of thousands of postcards. Wow.
I can't believe there's that many postcards out there.
There's tons. So Tim did. Tatiana, Tim did. This is a great question for Tim. I don't sell on Mercari. when did you start selling, Tim? When did you really start posting on there?
Summer.
So 6 months of Mercari, and I think they announced their first change in like April. I think it was April. And then they changed back. They announced the change back in December, and of course it went live today was the new change. So
I don't think I've sold it. I didn't sell anything. I'll tell you.
I'm responding to the chat. They asked for the website again, and then the coupon code is New Year's 2025. Yeah, I was wondering if anybody had. So Erica got a sale today for the 10% fee. My Mercari sales died after they charged the buyers more, which is what we saw across the board. Beautiful. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
I have 2,470 items active on Mercari, and I've sold about 150. I mean, it's not great. It's not eBay. It's not eBay volume, but I'll take an extra 150 sales. Maybe they would have sold on eBay eventually. Maybe not.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was no fee. There was no fees. So
isn't that a dream?
Curious to see what's going to happen now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, people selling books for $1.95 with free shipping are either Chinese sellers that have 50-cent shipping, they're buying feedback, they're buying metrics to bury metrics, or it could be lost leaders. They're just trying to get people in the store and giving stuff away. It's also possible it was a typo. It's possible that they don't know what they're doing. There's any number of reasons why, but you can't ship a book if you're using literal media mail for $1.95. It's not possible. So yes, you will lose money. And there are people that get discounted shipping from the USPS if you do such volume. But I don't even think a $4 book is going to get as cheap as $1.95. They'll give you a discount, but not that big of a discount.
Don't save. I do it. I don't save that much.
Yeah, no, they're not going to give you
very, very minimal. It's a few percent.
Yeah, they're not going to give you that huge of a discount. And eBay doesn't give giant sellers. You can get fee discounts. That's true. But again, it's not that big of a discount. And you still can't wipe out the shipping. You're already at a loss on the shipping. So, yeah, they're just doing stuff to bury metrics or buy feedback or any number of those things. So USPS lost their minds on media mail. Yep, unfortunately.
That used to be so cheap.
Yep, it used to be like $2.18.
This is great.
I know. It's amazing. It's going up again. Did I mention that? Media mail goes up again on January. I think it's the 21st. Let me check before I even say that. Price increase 2020. It's either 21st or 29th. I can't remember what day it is. Oh, it's January 19th. I'm wrong. Just kidding. That is Sunday. 2 weeks from the Sunday that just passed. So not this coming Sunday. A week from this Sunday is when the official USPS price increase goes up. Media mail is one of those prices, if I'm not mistaken. I did a video on it in December. I will do another one in about a week and a half, a couple days before it goes live or the day before it goes live, so that I can remind everyone to buy your labels on that that Sunday, not Monday. That way you'll save like $10 or whatever. Anyhow, yeah, the price goes up every January, Ashley, unfortunately. Might as well just call it first class. We might as well just call it a scam. Anyhow, yeah, so that's it. Tim started pushing on Mercari over the summer, and of course his sales went up. Hopefully they go up some more because of this change back. I would imagine they do. People will come back.
I'm curious to see what happens over the next week.
Yeah, my question is this. All the people that were buyers, like I hope Mercari made it a point to send out all the notices to anybody that's ever bought. Like, hey, we changed the fees back, because people might have got mad and left and go, I'm never going back to Mercari. And then they don't know that the fee changed. Maybe they don't watch the Rockstar Flipper YouTube channel. You don't know. And they don't get their news from yours truly. Yeah, but there's people that may not understand that the fees are reverting back to where they were, and they don't come back. And Mercari should do a good job of notifying them. That's just my thoughts. Maybe I sell on Mercari. I don't know. Does Mercari offer eBay standard cards? Not eBay standard card shipment, but USPS standard card shipment?
I don't know. I don't do the postcards aren't on there.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that tomorrow. I have a Mercari account. I sold like 5 items on it ever. I put remotes up there and sold them. And that was what was stupid. I put up like 50 remotes on there. I cross-listed them in like a couple of days. And I sold like 3 of them over a weekend. And then I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I didn't keep listing like an idiot. Like I should have just kept listing. I don't know why. Yeah, the mail is closed on Thursday. Don't forget, guys, USPS closed on Thursday along with federal government. The banks are private, so they are open. But your libraries, your mail, your government buildings, courthouses, all that stuff is closed because of National Day of Mourning for former President Jimmy Carter.
Do my kids have school? Is there school on Thursday?
Yes, they are not federal. They are state. A federal government day of mourning. And the school systems are supposed to be staying open from what I heard. 100 years old. 100 years old. He was part of my celebrity death pool in 2024, but he made it to 2025, which wouldn't have helped me because he was 100 and you get 0 points for that. It's cheating. But if you don't know what that is, Google. Everybody gives me a hard time about that, but I love it. It's like my once a year thing. Tim's like, wait, didn't I tell you about this?
No, I know what it is.
Okay.
I don't do it, but
yeah, I just check it. No, it's just a joke thing with everybody. Good, my kid has been home for too long, Erica. Yeah, I mean, there was a huge storm. I got a friend that lives outside of Kansas City, like 2 hours outside of Kansas City, and Junction, Kansas, wherever. Anyways, out there, and they got like 8 inches of snow yesterday, and like 8 more inches today. It's crazy. And I know Baltimore got some snow today.
we haven't really gotten snow here. It's just very cold.
Yeah, it came across the middle of America. It came just straight across.
It's freezing cold here.
Freezing. Don't even talk to me about freezing.
It was like 15 today. I would take 42 right now.
Look at that low for the rest of the week. 38.
I would take it. I would take it.
Hold on. What's the? Oh, wait. Today's low feels like 36. I live in Florida. Let's see the puppy. The puppy. Oh, they want to see the dog. He's not a puppy anymore. He's a full-grown monster. Hold on. Let me get him. Tim, talk to him. Give me like 30 seconds.
Let's see Casey's monster. That keeps him awake.
Where's Milo?
Bear Kitty, is it windy there too? It's very, very windy here. I'm surprised they haven't lost power. How can you test a remote? So how you test a remote is you put the batteries in, you take your phone camera, you point it at the back of the camera with the camera open, and if you see a purple light flashing, the remote works. You test the remote. That's how you test remotes to see if they work.
Oh
Hey, Colin, how's it going?
Here you go. I should have brought him up. If anybody saw him on the first video, he is like triple his size already. He's only 3 months old. Like in a couple days, he's not even 3 months yet.
How big will he get?
80 or 90 pounds. About as tall as me. Let me move back and see if you can see how big he is. He's 3 months old. He is an absolute monster. All he does is puppy things, so use your imagination. When are you shipping him to me, Erica? Hang on. Ow. Like if I let him down on the table right now, he would bite anything he could find. All he wants is something in his mouth, like 24/7. When his head gets bigger than me and I can't fight him off anymore, it's not going to be good. Thank you, buddy. He loves to be outside. He is like sheepdog blood. Like he loves to be outside and just let the wind blow and like just lay in the grass and stare. Yeah, he drools a little bit. It's not too bad. And they don't shed. Believe it or not, these dogs do not shed. No hair whatsoever. I have more hair on me from my neighbor's dog right now, from Bandit, than him.
Yeah, my dog doesn't shed. It's great.
He just has to be brushed because he will get knotted in this. It's a double coat on this guy, and he'll get knotted really bad if you don't brush him. So he's a good boy, but he's still being a puppy, as you can see. He tries to nibble on stuff. It's like, no hands. And then that's what you got to do to him, and he gets mad. And he's like, yes, hands. So this is him all day. He never wants to go to sleep. He stays awake like 24 hours a day. Tim, if I see a purple light flashing.
If you see a purple light flashing, it works. They're asking how to test remotes.
Oh, yeah. So the purple or red
with that.
yeah, the purple or red lights, yeah. It works generally. Yeah. If it doesn't have a light, then you have to get like an RF tester, or it could be like a Bose surround sound system remote.
Good luck with an RF tester. I couldn't figure it
out. They're hard to make work. They're very finicky. You have to get like an expensive one, I think.
You do have to do all the buttons, because like the volume doesn't work or the channel doesn't work.
Yeah. I go through and click them all. Like I go click, 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 click. Yep. Rubbing alcohol. We do denatured alcohol. We put half of it in a bottle and then half water. And that's what we use to clean the outsides. I also have a can of Goof Off that I dab a little rag on if it's got like marker or writing or anything like that. So, all right, let me put him down so he can go back downstairs.
Mike, I emailed you back.
He's learned the steps, so he can handle the steps. Hi, buddy. Let's put him in. Come on. Go. Come on. Yeah,
I sold a lot of remotes, and it's a very labor intensive process to sell remotes. That's in my past. I don't think I'll do that again. It's a lot of work.
It is, and it's really good profit. I've sold a ton of remotes.
Yeah, it's good profit, but it's a lot of work. Very labor intensive.
Yeah, I mean, you got to clean them, you got to test them, you got to sort them, you got to do all that stuff. Sam from Wile E. Coyote, he's got red hair though, but yeah, I get the comparison there.
Just hold your phone, hit the buttons at the camera, and as you hit each button, just look for the purple light.
That's pretty much it. That's all we ever do. All we have ever done is remotes. Like over the last, 4 or 5 years, we've done remotes, some of the little voice recorders, but all we've done is sort, test, clean, and list remotes.
That's how Casey and I met.
Yeah.
So
RF tester, a truckload. It was like 17 pallets one time. It was nuts. I have that picture. I was out back of my warehouse that I rented a space for. Yeah, I was out back because we couldn't get them delivered in the warehouse. I only rented a spot. Like I had an office I paid like $400 a month for. And then Dave was like, oh, you can use the back warehouse if you have like a pallet or pallets delivered or whatever, right? Because I had pallets of other stuff get delivered. And then I got to the office one day and I was like, hey, I got 17 pallets coming. And he's like, for real? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you can't take up the whole building. I'm like, well, and he's like, deliver them to the back fence, like to the back little corral area. And so I did. And then we got these humongous tarps and we stretched these huge tarps over them. And they were that way for like 3 days until we cleaned out the warehouse and actually made an entire line. We put 8 in a row, 8 by 8 in 2 rows. We had 16 of them in there. And my dad forklift them. My dad came and forklift 8 in a row, 8 in a row, 8 in a row.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm done. And, my employees have a trauma of remotes. We were talking about it today, actually, and I said, we'll never do those again. Don't worry.
Hockey cards are stacked up next to. I wouldn't buy the RF tester. Beautiful.
No, I wouldn't either. They don't work.
Hockey cards are stacked up next to 60,000 Pokemon cards and about 10,000 sports cards I have. We're slowly getting through stuff. I've sold plenty. I sold a bunch of bulk hockey cards. I sold boxes of them in like 1,000s. I probably sold like 20 bulk boxes and got back several $1,000s. That was in a video. Yeah, I made a video of all those remotes. That was probably that was pre-pandemic. That was probably like 2019. I have that picture somewhere. I don't know. Maybe right around the pandemic, right around that time.
It was because I had them in a warehouse here, and I went to the warehouse and I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I was thinking that's around the time.
It was 2020. It was 2020.
I was thinking that was around the time we couldn't go back to the warehouse because of the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on. Give me a second. I have it here. Here's pictures from 21. Let me get back to 20. I have the picture. That picture's from 21. Yeah, it was before I lived in this house. It was before I went to Disney. It had to have been. Before I sold my other house. So that's okay. Yeah, it's going to be right here. So this was the empty warehouse. Give me a second. Oh, here it is. I got it. You won't believe this was crazy. Yeah, I got the pictures. It was one of the crazy. When the truck showed up, the guy was like, "What the hell are all these remote?" The truck driver was funny. Hang on. So here was like some of them stacked up. Oh, there you
go. Oh yeah. Those are them.
As far back as you can see, there was like they were back there, and then I have one picture. I had one picture. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I had one picture where I was standing with them.
I remember I sent you a DM and on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, I have a truckload of remotes. Would you be interested?" And you wrote back, "Like what?"
Yeah, no, but I had always bought like a pallet. There was people that would sell me a pallet or 2 pallets. I think the most I'd ever bought was 3, and I was like, really, like. Yeah, here's my dad. They got the forklift stuck, moving it, going up that little corner like idiots. And then there was a picture of me standing with them somewhere, and they were behind me, and you could see like all 17 ballots. It was bonkers. I don't know where that picture
April 15th, 2020 is when I messaged you first.
April 15th? April 15th of 2020?
April 15th of 2020 is when I first messaged you.
Well, there's March. I'm in March, April. Yeah, here's pictures of them in the warehouse, like kind of stacked up. I don't know. There was a lot. There's like, yeah, there's another one. There's another one. Yeah, so that picture was on my Instagram for sure.
Yeah, see, this is what I had texted you.
Oh yeah, those pictures I had saved on my phone. And then we started selling the bulk boxes, and that was like one of the first days. I shipped out like 30 bulk boxes that day. We were shipping like 10 bulk boxes a day, every single day, shipping out bulk boxes every day. And then as soon as I finished with those, I went and bought the 100,000 pieces of clothes. You remember this?
I shipped that to you. I arranged the shipping for you. That was a disaster.
Yes, it was absolutely. Look, this is how much it filled up of the warehouse.
That was a complete.
You mess. Were not on this end. Look, you were not on this end. Look how high it was.
I wasn't even where the truck picked up. That was a disaster.
Ugh, it was so bad. 100,000 pieces. We were counting bags and how many pieces were in it. It was nuts. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I remember that. Everybody remembers that. 23 back of Gretzky's record. Yeah, when Gretzky's record goes down, Gretzky and Ovechkin cards will be worth a fortune, both of them. Christina.
Yes, we can do jewelry. I have somebody I do a ton of jewelry for in consignment here, so I'm very well versed in jewelry photos. I got all the little stands and everything. I got the light box. He actually sells a lot. I sell a lot of jewelry for this guy. We can do jewelry. We do clothing. I do a lot of clothing. We do a ton of clothing. We do jewelry, small items mainly. Nothing big, nothing breakable. Purses, shoes, golf clubs, possibly. Send me an email. We could chat.
Yeah,
EcommerceListers@gmail.com.
So golf clubs, the thing about those are you just got to make sure you have the outbound shipping boxes stocked and prepped.
Yeah,
those long ones that FedEx offers are the best ones. The other thing about golf clubs, cars and trucks, no, don't get Tim started on cars.
No, let's not talk about
the golf clubs. The only thing I could see, and I don't think it would be an issue, if you wanted to ship like 100 golf clubs in, like a box to fit all 100 to ship them in at one time, shouldn't be a problem. The weight won't be bad because golf clubs don't weigh all that much. But I think golf clubs would be pretty cool to have pretty stocked. Yeah, Golf Exchange. Email us here. I'll put the email. It's e-commerce.
Thank you, Christina, for bringing this up. That's a good
at gmail.com.
That's a good question. We haven't chatted about the fulfillment center yet.
Yeah, so the fulfillment center is a step above the listing service. If you want to go above and beyond just listings, what you can do is ship the inventory in. Again, Tim mentioned all of it: clothing, purses, jewelry, media like DVD, video games, CDs, books, depending on what they are. Anything like that you can pack up and ship in. That's really good. Accessories, watches. We used to do quite a few watches for a lady, bracelets, stuff like that. If you can box it up and ship it in, and we cover the shipping labels to come in, they will get received. They'll get photographed. They'll get listed. So all the photography, all the listing. And if, just like the e-commerce listing service would do, create that listing, and then storage. You're going to get it stored in the building, and then when it sells, your account will be checked in the morning, and the shipping label printed, and the item packed up and shipped out with our shipping materials. So it's all included, and that's one step above the listing service. It's fulfillment all in one, and you can get that too if you want to email us, e-commerce listers.
I should do the next live from the warehouse.
Yeah, we could do a live from the warehouse for sure.
We should do a live from the warehouse, and people can see what it looks like.
See the process. Yeah, we could title that too, like inside an eBay fulfillment center. Like we could title the video inside or behind the scenes eBay fulfillment center, so everybody actually sees. I know a lot of people are visual; they want to see what it looks like and how it's done. That's a good idea, actually. We could do that in the middle of the day, even like while you're there, rather than wait till nighttime. Let's think about scheduling that next week. Let's do that next week. Let's make that work. I'd be down there with that too. Did I wash all 100,000 pieces of clothes? No, we threw away 60,000 pieces, just FYI, donated or threw away. We did wash all the ones we listed. Yes, we were running loads of laundry for like 2 weeks straight. I kid you not. That dog is a lot cuter than you. Hey, fair enough. I agree with that. I won't argue. Do we price items? No. So the pricing on the listing service or the fulfillment service is left for you. It's created as a draft, everything filled out, and you will just price it and make it live. Tim, I don't know if you want to add anything to that or mention.
We do have a few clients that we will do the pricing for. We don't guarantee, if we price something at $39.99 and you thought we should have priced it at $99.99, that is up to you.
Yeah.
We do our best, but we're not you. What I price something for and what you price something for could be very, very different. I price my items to move. I'm not married to my inventory. So
same.
We can do pricing on a case-by-case basis. It's not included. So if you just buy the service and don't talk to us about the pricing, then we will not price your items.
Yeah, definitely would be a little extra for that. But
it is.
Tim can work that out and talk about pricing with you on that one.
That's an email case-by-case basis depending on what you have and what you're looking for.
Yep. Any questions you have, if you're not watching this live or you have it, you think of questions later or you're interested in it, just send that email to ecommercelisters@gmail.com and Tim will respond to it same day pretty much, or at least in the next 24 or 48 hours, but try to get to it as quick as possible. Just send the email, title it, describe it, whatever, as like, hey, interested in fulfillment, interested in listings or whatever. Jam Van Dam, Bend, Oregon here. I'm thinking golf store from thrift stores here. Super rich area. I think I can do something with. Yeah, I mean, golf is always a good selling item. What breed is he? He's an Old English sheepdog, Jared. Sorry, I missed that. Golf is always a well-selling category on eBay. It does really well. There's guys that do used balls, resurfaced or refurbished balls where they clean them and put them in brands. There is also, a lot of people doing golf clubs. Florida is full of golf courses. We see golf clubs at every estate sale and every yard sale. So you can get a lot of golf clubs. I've sold a few. I've sold probably 10 or 15 in my life. Like a Big Bertha, I sold once. I got it at a yard sale for $5. It sold for $69. That was a great sale. A Nike, a Cobra. I sold a few. A couple putters, a White Hot that I sold for like $100. It was a super rare putter. I just happened to know about it. And I got $99 for it. I think I paid like $7 for it. I kept one of them actually. Yeah, so golf's great. If you can do golf stuff, definitely do it. Beautiful music listener, Tim?
So on our standard listings, you would send us the pictures. We make the listing draft for you. You price it, you make it live. When it sells, you ship it out. For the all-in-one fulfillment center, you send the items to us. We store it. We photograph it, list it, you make it live. And then when it sells, we ship the item out. So we check your account every single morning, any day the USPS is open. We most likely will be shipping Thursday. I have a special deal with USPS because I have so much volume with all my businesses that they'll usually do a pickup on holidays. So yeah, that's how that works. We have a custom SKU we use for your items. That way we know where it is in the warehouse. And we know that we have it in stock versus what you have in stock. That's a question we get a lot because people will say, well, I have items in my inventory. Am I still allowed to sell? Yes, you are. we know what we have, you know what you have, and you see everything. So,
Yep, that covers it. That's exactly everything there. Do I still have the BMW i9? It's an i8. Yes, I still have the i8 Roadster. I don't know if you ever saw the first one or the second one, but I have the second one, the Roadster. I came this close to getting rid of it. Just doesn't make sense. I don't want any more increase in payments and all. Can we come get it in a big truck?
send us an email. Depends on where you are.
Yeah, send an email. Tim's good at arranging trucks, but as far as the loading of trucks and the unloading, yeah, we draw lines. Yeah. How am I out of remote lots? Because as soon as I list them, people buy them. They sold as fast as I could get them listed generally.
I still have some remotes left over too, so Mike, we could talk about that.
You're going to send me the info. Keep not sending it to me. You got to send me.
I still have some remotes that are lingering around that I need to get rid of.
Yeah, you need to send me a list. Oh, excuse me. I'll sell those for you. But yeah, I don't have any pallets or remotes left. I have like a half a pallet of inventory left that's not listed right now that we're actually going to try to get rid of by the end of the week. So I have my garage back because I had 3 pallets in here at one point. My garage can't hold more than 4 pallets with everything else that's in it. So
yeah, Val, send me an email. We can chat.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, hang on, I just got to
for eBay. So when we do our fulfillment in-house, we'll photograph it and then we photo room it, which will remove the background. So it'll be an all-white background. If we typically add a card to our shipments, is it possible to have you add those to the shipments? Yes, we can. So we do that for multiple people. You know, let's say they send in 30 items, they'll send 30 cards. And then when we bag the items up, we put the card in the bag. So when we ship it out, it just all goes out together. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Beautiful music. 20% off till this Friday. So it's running till this Friday. And it's just for the listing service. There is no promo or special on the fulfillment service. Unfortunately, that price is rock bottom. There's a lot of work that goes into that. We have to pay for the inbound shipping. I have 4 photographers on staff, the listing team, the storage, the shelves to store things. Unfortunately, that price is about as low as it's going to get. It's not going any lower. Sadly.
Yep. Yep. The fulfillment is very expense intensive. No doubt about it.
It's very expensive. I have 5,000 square foot warehouse, and
that
it's not
costs money.
Cheap. With many full-time employees, it's not cheap.
Tony has 6,600 square feet, 233s, and he was crying today about how to get rid of one because they're $4,500 a piece. He pays $9,000.
Yeah, I just talked to my landlord today because I'm 2 years. My lease is up, so I have to renew. So. So I'm renewing.
Yep, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's a lot of
real estate is not cheap. It's like double my house mortgage payment. It's wild.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times they do triple nets where you end up being responsible for a lot of the upkeep.
I don't. Luckily, I have like an all-in. My landlord and I have a very special relationship.
Yeah. You're his best tenant, considering.
It's you know what? Thursday is a year since. Should I share the story on here? I don't think I've never shared this story publicly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fear. So my landlord, I'm in a large commercial warehouse condo complex, and my landlord owns 2 units side by side. I was leasing one. He leased some to some other individuals that were involved in a multi-$100 million scandal where they were receiving in like 1,000 stolen iPads and iPhones every single day and shipping them overseas. And then January 9th, the Fed showed up. So it was made for a very, very interesting time. And they're in jail. One of them is on a $500,000 bail, and the other one just pled guilty and is facing 20 years. So the day the Fed showed up, they told me they pulled $5 to $10 million out, which was super low because they There's hundreds of millions of dollars in iPhones every day.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about iPhones now, even brand new on a low end costs $1,000.
I have a picture that really.
So if they just had 100 iPhones, which is not all that many iPhones,
it was way more than that.
100 grand. Plot twist: Tim called the feds to get a good deal.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I wanted nothing. I wanted nothing to do with it.
I have Maryland blue crab cakes from Jimmy's frozen downstairs. I'm making soon. It was a Christmas gift. Christmas gift on dry ice. I need to cook.
This was every single day would be a line of trucks. You'd see all the iPhones stacked.
Yeah, those are all iPhones in there. Yeah.
That FedEx van had 1,100 in it, and then UPS had a couple trucks. I think you can see the other truck across the way.
Yeah.
Every day.
So if you do $1,000 iPhones at 1,000 quantity, it's $1 million.
Yeah, and they got busted right after Christmas because that's when they hit it hard.
Of course, they were going big. That's just people that just operate like that. It's unbelievable.
It was.
The Fed showed up like homeboy from the SEC on Wolf of Wall Street.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Every day.
I kept saying, I was like, man.
I think I called you when the feds were raiding, and I was like, this is insane.
Yep, they're gonna show up.
Oh, they showed up.
Oh man, you mess around with that kind of numbers, somebody's gonna show up for sure. So just keep selling on eBay, guys. Keep letting us.
Don't do that. The feds will come for you.
Yeah, they'll come. Somebody's gonna rat you out, or somebody's gonna trip a wire. And
they were watching them for a long time because they knew. I talked to them and they knew everything.
Yeah. You're gonna set up. You can't do those kind of numbers and not set off a red flag. Like it's just not possible. So stick to eBay, guys, or Amazon, or wherever you sell it. Let us help you. Yeah, let us help you put your listings up. Let us help you make money so you don't go to jail. You'd rather make 50 grand and stay out of jail than make 5 million and go to jail for 20 years. I'm just saying. Just a thought. But yeah, I'm glad to be back and be on live. Let's try to do at least once a month. I think it's a good idea.
If you going to the warehouse?
Yeah, let's do one next week. I'd love to do one next week from the warehouse. I'll update you guys and I'll make the video and put the promo out for it. If you have any questions about anything we talked about or the listing service or fulfillment, you can email 7 days a week, EcommerceListers@gmail.com. The website that is just for the listings only is www.EcommerceListers.com. And then the coupon code for the 20% off through Friday is New Year's with an S 2025. And that is the 20% off with the 10 free. And I put all that in the chat so you guys can check that all out. Last time I was selling, you had to PayPal fees. Yeah, no more PayPal, Jam Van Dam. It's been about 3 or 4 years. It was right around COVID that they got rid of that for good. Making me hungry talking about seafood. Same. I'm going to go eat a snack. I haven't had dinner. I helped my neighbors. I've been busting my butt. I literally have not eaten. So it's 9:15 at night. I'm dying. I'm going to let everyone go and do that. Tuesday nights is a good time. More people watch. So we'll try to schedule Tuesday nights. Maybe we'll do a Tuesday afternoon from the warehouse. I'll let everyone know on my Instagram, Facebook, and here on the YouTube channel. So check back, make sure you're subscribed to all that stuff. And I appreciate everyone taking a time to come back and watch the live show. We appreciate it. And visit the website. Let us make some listings for you. Let us help you grow your store. And you're going to get 20% off between now and Friday. So not a bad time to start, and some free listings. So yeah. Anything else you want to add into that?
No, I'm good.
I think we covered it all. We appreciate you again, and we will see you in the next live show, guys. Have a great night.